Canada's golden generation explained for years, Canada was an afterthought in world football. While the United States and Mexico regularly qualified for World Cups, Canada often struggled to compete at the highest level. But today, everything has changed. Canada is no longer just a participant in international football, they are becoming a serious contender. And the reason is simple: a golden generation of talent unlike anything the country has ever produced. The biggest symbol of this transformation is Alphonso Davies. Born in a refugee camp before moving to Canada as a child, Davies has become one of the best left-backs in the world. His incredible speed, attacking ability, and leadership have turned him into the face of Canadian soccer. Playing for FC Bayern Munich, he has won major trophies and proved that Canadian players can succeed on the biggest stages. But Canada's golden generation is about much more than one superstar. Alongside Davies stands Jonathan David, one of Europe's most dangerous strikers. David combines intelligent movement, clinical finishing, and composure under pressure. Year after year, he has scored goals at an elite level in Europe, giving Canada a genuine world-class striker capable of troubling any defense. Then there's Tajon Buchanan, whose pace and creativity provide a constant threat on the wing. His ability to stretch defenses and create opportunities has become a key weapon for the Canadian national team. What makes this generation special is not just individual talent. It's the balance across the squad. Canada now has players competing in top leagues across Europe. Young stars are gaining experience in countries like Germany, France, Belgium, and England. For the first time in history, Canada has a player pool that can compete with traditional football nations. This rise did not happen overnight. For decades, soccer in Canada lived in the shadow of hockey. While the sport was popular at youth levels, there wasn't a clear pathway for elite players to develop. Many talented youngsters lacked opportunities to reach the professional game. That began to change with improved academies, better coaching, and growing investment in soccer development. The creation of the Canadian Premier League gave young players more opportunities to develop professionally at home. Meanwhile, Canadian clubs competing in Major League Soccer helped expose local talent to higher levels of competition. The result? A generation of players who grew up believing they belonged on the world stage. Their breakthrough came during qualification for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Canada shocked the football world by finishing ahead of both the United States and Mexico in the final qualifying standings. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a miracle. It was the arrival of a team that had finally realized its potential. The qualification campaign showed exactly what makes Canada dangerous. They play with speed, aggression, and confidence. They aren't afraid of big opponents. Whether facing regional rivals or global powers, this team attacks with belief. Looking ahead to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, expectations are higher than ever. As one of the host nations alongside the United States and Mexico, Canada will have a unique opportunity. They won't just be hosting the tournament, they will be aiming to make history in it. Home support could play a huge role. Canadian stadiums are expected to be packed with passionate fans, creating an atmosphere that could help push the team beyond previous limits. History shows that host nations often outperform expectations, and Canada hopes to follow that trend. However, challenges remain. Many of Canada's key stars are entering their prime, but depth will be tested against the world's elite teams. Injuries, form, and tournament pressure can change everything. Success at a World Cup requires more than talent, it requires experience, resilience, and consistency. Still, there is genuine optimism surrounding this group. Unlike previous generations, Canada now has players who compete against the world's best every week. They understand high-pressure matches. They have won trophies. They have experienced elite football environments. That experience could prove invaluable when the World Cup arrives. Perhaps the most exciting part is that the story is still being written. New young talents continue to emerge, and Canada's football infrastructure continues to improve. The golden generation may not be a short-lived moment, it could be the foundation of a long-term football future. For American soccer fans, Canada's rise is fascinating because it changes the balance of power in North America. The region is becoming stronger, more competitive, and more respected globally. And as the 2026 World Cup approaches, Canada may be one of the most intriguing teams to watch. From underdogs to contenders, from forgotten outsiders to rising stars, Canada's golden generation has already transformed the nation's football identity. The question now isn't whether Canada belongs among football's growing powers. The question is how far this golden generation can go when the world is watching.